Hey everybody, we are not sure what happened, but our video camera for this episode glitched and we are so sorry. You'll have a short clip in the beginning, but the rest of this episode will be audio only. We really hope you stick around and listen to what's left. We made a really good one for y'all today, and we really appreciate y'all staying patient with us as we learn the ins and outs of this podcasting thing. Thanks.
Glowing Up Latina, Season 1, Episode 9. Hello.
Hi, it is Glowing Up Latina in the morning.
Good morning.
It is actually 10:07 right now. Mm-hmm. This is the earliest that we've ever recorded. Mm-hmm. And we're going. I'm Christina.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Liana.
How are you guys doing this morning? Liana, I'm looking at you.
Just all of the allergies.
It's allergy season here in New York City. Pollen, dust, dander, it is high.
Also, the weather can't make up its freaking mind what it wants to be.
Yesterday was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's like almost 70 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, right. And now today's high is only like 56.
Yeah.
We're going to get some rain next week.
I am tired of this
weather. We're getting rain next week?
On like Tuesday,
apparently.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Tired of it.
Deal with it.
Not about it, you guys.
No, not at all.
So how was y'all's week this week?
This week was like very draining mentally. A lot of things coming at me. So I wasn't feeling well Thursday. I called out sick from work, and I kind of, I guess, used it just to like recompose. Reset. Yeah, like reset. That was the reset button on Thursday. And then when I went back to work on Friday, it was so much better. Like I felt productive. I had like a better attitude towards work also, like getting things done. You and I had sugarfish.
We did. Told you guys we love sugarfish.
You guys have to check it out. But other than that, I'm looking forward to next week. Fresh start. I wish the weather would match my attitude though, because the weather really does affect me. Don't like the rain. Don't like it cloudy. Right now it's cloudy.
Yeah.
So yeah. How was your guys' week?
My week was good. It was a productive week at work, which is nice. I'm just still pushing through.
Do you have anything else to do in the apartment right now?
No, we're pretty much done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
We were wondering yesterday, does the new apartment, the new building, does it have a garage?
It does. But parking is $300.
No, never mind then.
Yeah. A month?
Get that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So I was like, street parking it is.
Street parking it is.
So was it included in your old building?
Mm-mm.
Oh, but it wasn't as expensive.
It wasn't as expensive. Yeah, that one was like what, $215, I think it was, which is wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
gotcha. But yeah, Norin found a spot that was like, what was it, $250. He was like, oh, that's cheaper, and I'm like, by how much? What can you get for $50 nowadays? Yeah. Literally nothing.
Also, the last time y'all had garage parking, like that worked out so well for y'all. Y'all's car got freaking flooded. So
that's right. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't a hurricane we got. Like that was just like a
nor'easter.
Everything was
it was Hurricane Ida. Ida.
Was it a hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
how was your week?
My week was pretty good. I, got up, worked out. Thursday and Friday I didn't. I really was really tired and wanted to sleep in. And I slept like 9 hours both days. So I think I needed that.
Yeah.
Because I've been sleeping like 6 hours-ish.
Yeah.
And it's fine, honestly. I think I can get by on 6-7 hours of sleep. I know that's like a full night's rest for the most part. Yeah. But at some point my body's just like, you need like maybe 1 or 2 more hours.
Yeah. So
I did that Thursday, Friday. And, we'll be back in the gym on Monday. So excited.
Yeah. I've been struggling with sleep too. I want to get those
the melatonin
pills from Target to trying to reset myself.
Yeah, those when I take them though, I have to go to bed maybe an hour and a half earlier than I intend to, because it really knocks you out. You're out for the night. And
yeah. Mm-hmm. See, it'll make me go to sleep, but I can't stay asleep. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had issues sleeping. It's so annoying.
Adulting.
Same.
All your problems are still up here, even when you're sleeping.
I've been having some wild dreams too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, that was my week. I've always had trouble sleeping. It's like everybody in my family knows that I have trouble sleeping. It's just like a thing, even since I was a baby. So
Yeah.
So this week on the podcast, we are actually going to be getting into like physical health in the Latinx community, which Amanda has. She works in the medical field.
I do work in the medical field, yes. That was my major. A lot of things going on in the healthcare system in the United States. It's just crazy how other countries have universal healthcare, don't have high hospital fees the way our country does. And it's very disappointing. It's very disheartening that that's how our country lives,
Yeah.
That's why we have like all these high rates of obesity, hypertension, right? That you're going to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you get into those facts because...
Well, so you did kind of mention it a little bit, like with the health insurance, like the Latinx community.
Oh, right.
Compared to other races and ethnicities are the most uninsured. And that's based on a Kaiser Family Foundation and a Brookings Institute article. And I'll link on our show notes, I'll link all of these articles and all of our sources. Oh my gosh.
New York, everybody.
New York.
I'll link all of these sources in our show notes. And the show notes are just whenever you see the little description and there's like dots, you click on it and everything will be right there for you. Yeah, we're the most uninsured. And a lot of this has to do like because your health insurance is attached to your job.
Yeah.
And for a long time, like until I was 26, I was on my mom's health insurance.
Yes,
Me too.
same.
And then there was a period, I was fully employed in December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was from 26, which was September, what are we in, 2020? September of 2020, I guess? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, September of 2019. September, I think. I don't know, you guys.
It's September 2019.
Yeah.
Yes.
So September 2019 until March of 2022,
Yeah.
I had like, I had to qualify for like the state insurance.
Yeah.
So I had that for a little bit. But then when I got my job, I like didn't meet the qualifications for that anymore because I now had an income that was put me over what I needed to be able to qualify for that insurance.
Correct.
If it's a little confusing, trust me, it was very confusing to me as well. And I'm trying to explain it as clearly as possible. But from December to March of this year, I didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
And like the cold months are like when I get the sickest. Also with COVID, I was just like, okay, so I had to be like really careful and really resourceful when it comes to like, was I sick or like did I need a COVID test? Because COVID testing, like at first it wasn't free and then it was free and then it was like confusing on if you qualify for a free COVID test. It was a lot. And that was just like 3 months of that. So I can't even imagine like having to navigate your entire life that
without
way.
Health insurance, exactly.
Yeah. And because, okay, so private insurance is the largest source of health coverage for people, like all people. But people of color are less likely to be privately insured than white people because like the premiums can be so high.
And by private, that means like you went out of your way to go get health insurance. It's not like from your job.
Yeah, it's not from your job. I think the city does like a whole campaign on like qualifying for like private health insurance.
Yeah, private health insurance is the marketplace
Yes,
where they
that's
have
what I mean,
different tiers. You have like a platinum, gold, and silver tier that you can sign up for, and you from there you could decide how much you, depending on how much each tier is, that's how much you want to pay. Then so be it. That's what that was through Obamacare. Obamacare gave us the marketplace to do that, the ability to do that. And then again, second is through your employer. You get your insurance through your employer. But that in itself can also be expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, it definitely can be. And then for the marketplace, like I tried to do it on my own and I had no idea like what I was doing. And thankfully, like my grandmother, she knew somebody who like that's his job, that's what he did, was help people get insurance, and she sent me to him, and like I just had to bring information. He took care of everything. So like I got really lucky, and that like that was there was somebody to help me navigate that. But also like there can be such a large language barrier, and medical and legal jargon does not translate well in Spanish. Like you have to like really know going in like how to like properly communicate the nuances.
The medical literacy rate for Hispanic and the African American community is very low. And oftentimes, like, that's where the miscommunication is. Like, when doctors are trying to explain to the Latinx community or even the African American community, like, what their diagnosis is, and they just don't understand it because not everyone understands the medical, terminology. And then that's where it kind of gets hard for them to follow up with the needs that they, to have a healthy life. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Yeah.
No, but because you're right. Because like I know there have times when I've gone to the doctor and my doctor will be trying to explain something to me, and it's so frustrating. It's frustrating for me because I can see like the doctor like being annoyed that I have so many questions. But like, okay, I don't understand you, so I need to understand like what's happening. Right. My mom is not there. Like it's just me handling it. So I need to understand, because obviously I'm gonna go tell my mother, and like I want to be able to like give her facts and like things that won't scare me and things that won't scare her.
Right.
So it's just like, yes, maybe I'm asking a million questions and it is annoying for you and it is taking up your time, but like I'm not asking these questions to like
for entertainment.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't fun for me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that time frame has a lot to do with insurances and the reimbursement rate. So doctors are contracted with certain insurances, whoever they want to be contracted with, and they get reimbursement, like meaning the patient pays the insurance and the doctor will get reimbursed for whatever time from the insurance, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, let's say I spend 15 minutes with you and that costs me about $300. The doctor will probably get like $10, $15 out of that. The reimbursement rate has a lot to do with the time frame.
Yeah.
And it's sucky. It's very sucky.
Oh, like you mean the time frame, like the doctor talking to you? Okay,
yes. Okay. Because a 15-minute appointment could be like I said, $300, let's say $350. But the doctor is only going to get like maybe like $20, $50 out of that.
Got it. So like their mindset is like, I'm not even getting paid my full amount for this. So why are you talking to me right now?
Those aren't accurate rates, but I'm just saying, just an example. But yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I feel like kind of like puts the doctor and the patient in a weird situation, an awkward situation. Like they're each not given their, like a doctor spends all their like practically half their lifetime to like become a doctor, right?
Yeah.
But then the patient also like deserves the right to receive adequate, health care. So it's like,
and to have a clear understanding of what is going on with them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it like I know that in my family, like there are people who don't go to the doctor because the doctor's associated with like bad news or like scary.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very big thing in the Latinx community where people will not go to the doctor because it's hard to understand. And then sometimes like you're going by yourself and then
transportation's another thing.
Yes. Because like, okay, so we live here in New York City, and during COVID, like nobody wanted to be on the train.
Yeah.
And it's expensive to take Ubers and Lyfts and taxis everywhere.
Yep.
Like there are all these barriers. I believe they're called social determinants.
Social determinants of health. Yeah.
That serve as a barrier to the Latinx community or any community receiving healthcare. And it's like transportation, it's education, it's like the neighborhood that you grow up in, the quality and access of healthcare that you have, and then like your social community and economic stability, like all of this stuff is, we were literally just talking about this beforehand, but like it's so expensive to go see specialists. And then when you do get referred to a specialist, they're like, oh, well, I won't have an appointment for like another month or two.
Right, because there's specialists, like there's a high demand in like needing to see them, whether if you're like a surgeon or That's where I kind of see it. But like surgeons and other again types of specialists that you need to be seen for specifically, that you've been diagnosed with something, it takes a while for you to be seen by them. And then a good example is like radiology, getting scans. Like sometimes insurances will deny certain types of scans, CT scans, MRIs. And sometimes their reason for it is just like, oh, you needed to like do 6 weeks treatment of this, or you needed to continue to do like this type of follow-up with your doctor, with your provider. And it's like, but what if the patient like needs it now? Like it could be like their life is at risk. Why aren't you approving it like right now? So that delay, again, that you're delaying someone from like improving their health, from getting better. I got into this, I don't want to call it industry, but I got into like, healthcare because like,
I feel like industry isn't too far off.
Yeah. I mean, you're not lying, but you're right. But like, there are just so many things that need to be changed in our healthcare system.
So, like, is it different with universal healthcare in, like, other countries? Like, is it, like, things are just, like, approved faster and, like, it's just, like, whatever, oh, you need a CT scan? You got it. Like, is it like that? Or is it more of, like...
I think there's just more coverage in the things that, you need. Like, I don't think there's a lot of questioning. I don't think there is a lot of questioning. I don't want to say, like, I'm not sure 100%. If anybody's listening to us outside of the United States, please let us know what your healthcare system is. How does that work? Because we need, clearly the United States, needs to get their stuff together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to say they have better coverage than we do. That's all I'm going to say.
And I think it's like, where Amanda earlier was talking about like the doctor is concerned because like his rate is $3.50 and he's only getting $10-15. I think that factor is taken out when you have universal healthcare coverage. Mm-hmm. So it's less like I think it's like more, it can be more patient focused because the doctor doesn't have to worry about like being so underpaid.
Got it.
There are medical conditions that like the Latinx community are just prone to, like obesity. Mm-hmm. Like 47% of Hispanic or Latino women and 45% of Hispanic or Latino men live with obesity. Yeah. Like that's from the CDC. And then diabetes is a really big one. Yeah. And it's like 1 in 2 Latinos will develop diabetes over their lifetimes. And they're at a 66% greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes, and once diagnosed they will have like worse outcomes than white people. And like type 2 diabetes, that's the one, like, because you can have type 1, which is childhood diabetes. Mm-hmm. You're usually in like early childhood, you get diagnosed with that, but type 2 is later in life. And I feel like a lot of the information is the word I'll go with, surrounding type 2 diabetes is that if you do not take care of yourself, then you will get type 2 diabetes. Like, because you made all of these negative choices, this will happen to you. This will happen, right? And sometimes, like, that's not necessarily the case. Like, sometimes you can do, like, most things right, and we're just predisposed to it.
Predisposed, family genetics, like, that's where that kicks in, and you're just like, damn, again. Mm-hmm. I worked very hard not to get here, but...
Here I am. And then hypertension is another big one for the Latinx community. And unfortunately, given the pandemic, COVID-19 has been really just awful for the Latinx community because of lack of healthcare coverage. And because like people in the Latinx community, it's not uncommon for multiple generations to live in a household together. Yeah. So then you're unable to social distance. So if son and daughter have to go to work, and so do mom and dad, when they come back home, grandma and grandpa are exposed. Thank you. Are exposed to COVID-19, and then if grandma and grandpa get it, because they're older, it's just I don't know. COVID-19. I feel like COVID-19 opened a lot of people's eyes to how awful the healthcare industry system it actually is.
Yeah. And 1,000%.
And I feel like, at least for me personally, like because of COVID-19, I started to do more research into healthcare and into not even just healthcare, but like physical health, like the things that I could do to prevent just later in life. I guess my grandma tells me all the time, she's like, it's no fun getting old. Just don't get old. No. I'm like, well, I can't help it. Like, that's going to happen.
It's happening right now.
Happening. Yeah.
But what could I do to maybe like later in life, you know, not be as like, I guess, in pain?
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like in learning all of this information, like about the medical conditions that I am predisposed to as a Mexican woman and the barriers that we can face, and just knowing that like when I go to the doctor that I do feel uncomfortable. So I will still go to my, you know, my doctor appointments and I will go to my yearly exams and stuff. But I was like, what can I maybe do to give myself the best shot at not developing these medical conditions, you know, because on one side of my family, like there's heart condition, like there's heart issues. And on the other side of my family, there's like diabetes and stuff like that. So I was like, what can I do? So that's kind of how, when I was talking to you guys about this, how we came up with the idea for this episode. And now we're kind of just going to like talk about what healthy means to us and kind of the ways that we developed that idea.
Yeah.
I feel like because of everything that's happened these past, almost 3 years now, I think that's why I'm so committed to the like health and fitness journey that I have been taking this time, because I mean, yes, should I have been doing this stuff like way earlier in my 20s? 100%. Yeah. But, you know, I'm not in my 30s yet, so we're going to keep going, because I feel like now, especially if I can establish these habits now, then when I have kids, these habits will be established for them, and it will just hopefully roll over.
It's part of it'll become a part of their lifestyle. They'll know what it is, and it'd be it will be easy for them to like put that like healthy lifestyle. Yeah, take it on, move on with it, you know? But going back to what you were saying about like COVID, it made us realize where we stand in like being healthy, like where we fall in that spectrum of being healthy, right? Because they were saying, a lot of reports were saying like, well, if you're healthy, you don't have a pre-existing condition, you should be fine, you should be okay. Just, you know, take these proper precautions, you know, when going out, stepping out, put on your mask, like it made you really think about like, damn, like where did I fall off the track in like trying to be healthy? Like if I would have started here, like at the beginning, I wouldn't have this problem now. But again, like you mentioned before, it's also like economics play into that, right? Not everybody has the opportunity to buy like being healthy is expensive. Sorry, I'm gonna put that out there. Like being healthy is expensive. You know, not everybody has the
ability to do that.
Right.
Because you have to pay for gym membership, which is not cheap. Then you have to pay for all the healthy foods.
Yeah.
And if you live in like, let's say you have kids or whatever, it's not just your food that you have to buy their food as well. So on top of your expensive healthy food, you have to buy their somewhat healthy food.
Exactly.
And at this point, honestly, with the way that prices are rising for everything, it could almost be cheaper to like eat out than to buy groceries at this point.
Lot cheaper.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know, for a minute there, like I could not afford a gym membership, and I 100% like you can work out without going to the like having a gym.
Yeah, you can.
Like,
you can.
I just, I'm not lazy, but I can be unmotivated.
It's the motivation. I think everybody can relate to that too. Like me, I can work out. I have a yoga mat, I have a Pilates mat, I have weights. I can put on a YouTube video and do a workout here, right? But not everybody can go out and buy a yoga mat. Everybody can go out and get weights or even access to internet. Like, you know what I mean? There's
also though, like if you're a parent, like you probably don't have the time. Like you have kids that you're trying to take care of. And yes, I know that everybody, I've somehow have ended up on like the parent side of TikTok, like parenting tips. I don't know how I ended up there, but you know, you have all these TikTok influencer parents who are just like, it's very important for you to carve out time for yourself. It's very important to make a moment for yourself. But growing up, I feel like any chance my mom had to make a moment for herself, we were already asleep, which means she had to be asleep soon because it's just like how do you make that moment for you? And I think that's another thing that a lot of like, I guess like fitness influencers now like don't really show in their content. So I guess kind of going off of our whole discussion, which is what we were getting to, is what does healthy mean like to you guys personally? Like what is your personal definition of healthy?
To me, it's definitely just like staying active and eating the right foods. And I'm not saying like go on a diet or anything like that. Like if you want to have like a bowl of rice and like a thing of habichuela, you go and have that. I'm not eating a salad every day. Are you freaking kidding me? Like I went to the Mets game like when? How many days ago was that?
Was that Wednesday night?
Yes.
The Wednesday
I think
night.
so,
It was
yeah.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday. And I hadn't eaten all day. So I went to Shake Shack and I got 2 double Shack burgers.
The double patty.
Yep, I got that and I got fries and that was my meal for the day. But like, I don't feel bad about having that because it's like, first of all, I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving. I'm at a baseball game. I'm going to enjoy a burger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't, what's the word I was looking for? You can't,
Deny yourself.
Yeah. But right, you shouldn't deny yourself of like, you know, treating yourself to those types of, you know, foods.
Yeah.
Like I'm, again, foodie.
Yeah, to me, it's healthy to have those cheat days, if you want to call them that. It's important to have them because, you know, life is too short to not eat good food. Even if that means going to like a McDonald's and getting a nice small pack of fries.
I think for me, healthy, I think it used to, because, okay, we grew up in the 2000s. Heroin chic was in skinny girls with low-rise jeans. I very much used to associate healthy with skinny.
Yeah.
And skinny people can be very, very unhealthy. You can be unhealthy at any size, at any weight. It doesn't matter. And so now I think I associate healthy a lot more now with like taking care of your mental health, because at least for me, when my mental is not right, the rest of me is just off.
Yeah.
And I think I needed to really see what worked for my mental health, and I think that's why I'm able to really, because I'm in a very good place mentally right now, and that starting point for me helps and leads me to be able to get up at 5:30 and go to the gym and have energy, because now I actually have energy throughout my day.
Yeah.
And I'm watching what I'm putting in my body, and I 110% still like eat burgers and fries and stuff. Because I used to really restrict myself. I'd be like, well, you can't have any of that. Like, you can't have soda. You can't have anything with sugar in it. You can't have any type of like quote unquote bad food. And in that restriction, I would slip up one time, and then I would feel like I would just throw everything I was doing out the window to just like, indulge. And now I think what they call it like on Instagram and TikTok now is like intuitive eating, is like listening to your body. So like if you are craving something sweet, like I'll have like some fruit. And if that does not satisfy like that sweetness that I was looking for, then like if I have a cupcake in the cabinet, like I'll have a cupcake. And that is like, is that what my body was looking for? Like, and then if I'm done after that, then I know like that's what you wanted.
Gotcha.
And because sometimes I want something sweet and I'll reach for the cupcake first and I still won't be satisfied, when really like what I was looking for was like maybe like grapes or like strawberries or something.
Could be.
Yeah. Like it can be flipped. And I feel like, and I'm noticing, I told y'all this one time that I'm a very like emotional eater. Like if I am sad, like I'm like going for food. But now like when I take a minute to like
Process.
calm down, like let's not be so dramatic. And I'll go and like walk it out real quick. And then if I still want something, then I'll still have something. But I'm less about restriction now. I feel like I spent so much of my life like restricting myself from all the things that like I thought were bad or that people told me were bad.
Yeah.
And now that I'm able to like, you can have anything you want in moderation.
Right.
Like anything. Like everything, too much of one thing is always going to be bad no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with the eating your feelings. I'm very also like in tune with like if I'm not feeling, I don't know, like if I'm feeling down or I'm stressed, like I will eat. And sometimes, like that's where I was this week actually, like to be honest, like this week I had an off week and I was just like, I was eating anything that I possibly could eat that was like given to me. And that's like, and after like when I have those periods of like just like indulging in food, I feel like very sluggish. I really do. And that's when I know like, okay, again, reset. I need to like, everybody, like some people, I look at my body as a whole, like I need to make myself happy and I need to make sure that like I'm eating right to make myself feel happy. Like if that can be like junk food, but like if it's like physically making me feel ill after doing that, then that's okay. I need to have like greens and like lean meats. Like that's when I know I need to go back on my healthy track. And then, but like healthy to me is like doing that. I mean, at least for me personally, like eating right because I know it can affect my mental health. It keeps me like I'm positive. I'm focused more actually. Exercising. I like working out. Like I really do. But I have those periods too where I'm like, I don't want to work out today. But anyways, exercising and then also like healthy to me, and this is very important. And this is where like I want to emphasize to, the Latinx community. It's very important for us to go to our, if you have the means to, if you can, and the resources, go to your yearly exams, I know we tend to get scared and we don't want to find out the truth, but like it's very important for us that we continue to like stay healthy for our loved ones, continue to like maybe increase our lifespan a bit. If family's a big thing in the Latinx community, like family's everything, right? So if family is everything, we need to take care of ourselves to take care of the ones we love. Yeah. So that's what healthy is to me.
So how did you guys see your parents take care of their physical health when you were younger? Like, did you notice it at all?
When I was like getting my notes ready for this episode, I was like trying really hard to like think about like my parents like taking care of themselves physically. I think what I noticed the most was like their eating habits. Most of the time, like my dad is very, very heavy on like natural medicines, natural foods, like not eating out, like all that kind of stuff. And my mom is too. She doesn't really like eating out. Like I remember just having like home cooked meals every day. And whenever we used to go out to eat, it would be like, wow, what's the occasion kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think for them being like, oh, me going getting groceries, doing laundry, like picking up from school, that was their workout. That's their workout. Yeah. Now that I'm older, I want them to be more active in like, and by that I mean like taking, carving out 30 minutes to go for like a nice long walk or like doing anything like that. Cause I don't see them doing that now. And like, now that I'm older, I'm constantly telling them, you guys have to be healthy, please. Cause like, this is not it. This is not it. Like, you guys got to get it together.
I definitely feel that. I will say though, I honestly don't think I noticed anything about my parents' like physical health when I was growing up. It wasn't until like I reflected back on that time that I really like my dad played at, like in a softball league, in a co-ed softball league, and we used to like go to tournaments and stuff. Nice. And so we did that. My mom always had us in sports. So she would like come to our games and stuff. My mom worked a lot when I was growing up. And then we did always home cooked. If we went out for dinner, it was like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
So much fun. And my mom was very big on the no sodas. Like you could have a soda every now and then. We could not have a soda every day. And we didn't really even keep them in the house growing up.
Yeah.
And what else? I think that's it. But and that was like looking back. I'm sure there was other stuff that I didn't notice like growing up. But now that, we're older, my mom, like she's really into working out and eating healthy. And she's like healthified some of the recipes that we used to eat when we were little. And so when I'll ask for stuff, I'm like, bro, something's different about this. What is it? And there's like zucchini and squash in it. And I was like,
what the hell?
Okay. And I know it's so silly, but my mom, when she makes steamed vegetables, like they're so, and it's just steaming. I don't know what she does to them, but so flipping good. And I try to steam them and like,
soggy.
Yeah. They're not soggy. They're just like,
I don't
know. I think it's just like they don't taste like my mom. My mom didn't make them, so they don't taste like she made them.
She adds a dash of love.
Yeah.
A little bit of TLC.
And my mom has also been like a really big like motivating factor for me for the gym, because I'm like, man, this woman's so busy like day to day and like still makes time for the gym. Like my ass can definitely get up and make time for the gym.
It's true.
And my grandmother, she started to like, she goes on walks and she started to eat better. And like, I love that. Like, I love that I'm not having to push them, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to be like disrespectful. And so I feel like it can be hard for me to be like, hey, like sometimes I'll ask my mom, be like, did you go to the doctor? And she'll be like, no. And I'm just like, can you do that, please? Like, can you just go?
I get very upset with my parents when they tell me they haven't gone to the doctor. I get very upset. I'm just like, why don't you go? You guys always tell me to go, but you guys can't go. Make it make sense. I get really mad at them, because it's like, you guys have to take care of yourself. I don't want to come to the point. I don't want their health to get to the point where there's no return. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I get upset and by mad or upset, it's because I care.
Right.
I care
100%.
so much. It's like, I don't want you guys to suffer. I want to see you guys live a healthy life. I want you to be around when my kids get married. Like, I need you to take care of yourself so that you can be around forever.
Exactly.
Need you to live forever. And the best shot of that is if you take care of yourself.
So get it together and go to the doctor.
But like, with my parents, like my mom and my dad, they were like conscious of what the types of foods we ate as a family or individually. My mom, she loves to run. She loves to go for jogs, and I remember like when I was growing up, she would wake up like super early, again 5 o'clock in the morning, and she would go for her run. She would walk the dog. But she would also, and then she would like bring him back, or they'll run together. Like, she made sure she would go for jogs. And my grandmother too. Like, whenever there were summers that I used to sleep over at my grandmother's, and she used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go walk the dogs, and go. I think a block away from where my grandmother used to live, there's like a big football field, and it has like the racetrack around the football field, and she would jog that. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just something in us that we just love to run, because I like running when the.
I thought you were saying like in us, and I was like, I hate to
sorry,
run.
not collectively. This glowing up Latina, but like my grandmother,
the knees of like a 57-year-old.
My grandmother, my mom, like we love to run. It's just something that's like it physically and mentally puts us in a different place.
I hear that, but I hear people say, they get a runner's high, and
oh my God, you really it
never
it
once have I experienced it.
I can imagine, like, that's such a great way to start your day, like with your mom waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and just like running, and like it doesn't have. obviously, I'm pretty sure she had like her own running route.
Yeah.
But like just running like and not having to think about anything but getting from point A to point B is such a great way to like start your morning.
Yeah, like and
Still
then I
won't do
can't
it,
do
though.
that in the gym. I can't run on the treadmill. It's not the same. It's not
can't
the
run,
same
period.
experience.
Yeah, so it's like
Squat. No.
where we live though, it's like very like hilly and like
I don't know.
it's just
It's also not good for your knees. But anyways, but
I hear that though, like it's very harsh on your joints. Is that yeah?
The treadmill or running in general?
In
Running in
general,
general.
yeah, it's not great.
You're messing up your knees.
anyways, but
But
yeah,
we're gonna be in our 60s and Amanda's gonna be like, guys, wait up for me. Be like, shouldn't have gone running, don't know what to tell you.
but yeah, like I saw it in like in my mom and my grandmother, my dad. My dad was really into like going into the gym. There was a period where he was like a big workout buff. Like he was always going to the gym every day, had his gym bag. He even like we changed the way we ate a little bit too. Like my mom was cooking more greens, making more salads, again eating leaner meats, no carbs, like took out bread. I remember that when my dad was doing that. And
Y'all weren't eating bread.
what happened?
Y'all weren't eating bread.
Well, he wasn't eating bread, but like
Oh, okay.
because like if
Yeah.
he wasn't eating bread, then nobody else was eating bread.
Oh, so you guys were, he was doing mini keto.
Yeah.
Yeah, before keto was a thing, a big fad diet. Anyways, but yeah, like I saw it, in them in their own ways. He doesn't go to the gym anymore, like not anymore. I don't even want to say like less. He actually stopped going to the gym, but because he stopped going to the gym, he makes sure that he's eating differently. And there was a point too where like he didn't go to the doctor. He wasn't going to his exams, and I had to drag him to take him to the doctor because he wasn't feeling well. He just wasn't himself, and we got all of our answers solved, and now he's on a better track health-wise. So it's like
That's good.
both parents can do a better job in going to the doctor doing their yearly exams on their own. Not that I have to be on top of it like a parent now, but
Isn't the cycle of life? You become a parent to your parents.
because I don't want them to just be sick and let them ride it out and just rely on home remedies. Even, I mean, they work too, but
Listen,
like
Vicks can only go so far.
AKA Vicks,
Vicks can only go so far.
The
saltines and the Sprite.
Yeah, can only go so
Mountain Dew, 7 Up,
far.
7 Up. So those work too, but like sometimes they could only
Yeah.
do so much. So yeah.
Yeah, those home remedies can only get us so far. And I think why our generation specifically and people like now are more aware of their physical health is going to sound kind of bad, but it's like become a trend. Like this wasn't a thing when we were growing up.
No, never.
There was not this big focus on going to the gym and taking care of your body. Like,
Right, or outlets like social media outlets to look back and refer to,
and also, the social media, because you didn't we saw magazines and we saw like red carpet things of like Hollywood
News
people,
reports.
but it was always like, oh, those women, they're in Hollywood, whatever, they look how they look. Now you can see how your friends look because they're posting their beach pictures or their vacation trip pictures, and you're like, damn, this person and I are on the same place in life, and like look at how they look and look at how I look. You know what I mean? Like there's so much of that going on, and I feel like I've really struggled taking care of my physical health, like when it comes to being that like all or nothing type of person, because again, like I feel like if I'm not doing it perfectly, then it's like, what's the point in even doing it?
Right.
Like if I can't get it right 100% of the time, what is the point? And I'm not going to get it right 100% of the time. Like there was one day where I woke up at 6 and I was like, what's the point in even going to the gym? Like I didn't wake up at 5:30 like I wanted to. Yeah. But I had enough time to go to the gym and come back. Like I shortened my workout a tiny bit and then I made it back home in time to get ready for work.
You still
And yeah, exactly. And I feel like a year or two ago, I would have been just like, whatever, I'm just going to sleep. And it would have thrown my whole week off.
Yeah.
So what about you guys? Where do y'all struggle when it comes to taking care of your physical health?
It's like because I want to get so much done also during the week because there's so many hours. The weekend is not enough. 2 days is not enough. But like therefore like there are other things I need to get done during the week, and therefore like I have to sacrifice a day of my workout to do those things at home after work. And then because of that, like I end up feeling guilty for not working out. Yeah.
Guilt was a big feeling that I had to learn to check in everything that I do.
Like I'm still trying to like accept that right now, and especially like for the wedding. Like there's a lot of stress right now with that too. Yeah. Because like I was a certain weight at the end of last summer when I ordered the dress. Put on winter weight, so like I'm not the same size, same weight I was back in last September, and the dress gets in like next month. So like I'm kind of like very nervous.
That's crazy.
And because I'm nervous, I'm eating. So it's like
I don't even notice a difference. I feel like, and we see you every day.
That's the thing, you guys. Now you guys see me every day, so you guys are used to me.
I don't know. I mean, obviously it's your body, so you know. But
yeah.
like,
but like, right. So that's where I struggle. I feel guilty for like I have things to do. I have to sacrifice a day of working out, and then like because I'm sacrificing like those days, it becomes then like okay, now I'm taking a break from working out. So like there goes my workout routine going out the window, and then so therefore it takes me a while to get back on track with the workout routine. And then because I'm also trying to learn with like if I'm not working out, I need to eat healthy then. So that way like I'm not putting on weight while I'm not working out, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
But then I see myself like fall off that track, and then like I won't eat healthy, I'm not working out, I'm not eating healthy, and I'm like, damn it, man.
Okay, yes. And if Amanda and I are being 110% honest, which is obviously what we intend to do on this podcast, Thursday, Friday, we fell off and we were like, whatever. We're just going to eat whatever. We're going to do whatever we want. And like, that's how we ended up at Sugarfish with the sake. And then we went and we played pool and we had like all of these like snacks, like fried things. Yeah. And I think past me would have felt so awful about that. Would have felt so like disgusting, and I can't believe you would do that to yourself. But no, I was like, I think I keep seeing, I don't know if you guys see it a lot, I see it all the time where it's like one bad day, like it doesn't mess up anything that you've been doing the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I have to keep reminding myself of that. Like multiple bad days in a row for a continuous period of time will mess up the progress that I've made.
Yeah.
One bad day out of 30 plus so far messes up nothing. It does nothing. I had a good time. I was hanging out with friends. I had to go into the office yesterday, which I don't normally do. So I had fun. Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yes.
Like you said, your mom is like a big motivational, in you, like motivation in you working out. Like my mom too, like when we were living together, she was also like, because I used to see her work out and go running, like that would make me want to go out and run too with her or go to my classes, and we would check in on each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now I live with Constantine. So now I'm making sure I'm checking in on him to make sure that he's, I'm keeping him healthy. I guess that's also probably a way to keep myself healthy, but like, I don't know. I look for distractions.
Oh, I do too. 100%. Always
like,
looking
I
for
can't
a
do
reason.
that. That's why I didn't go to the gym today. I didn't go work out today. Oh man,
I had such a bad day.
Okay, all right. Well, next week then. But yeah,
I don't know if my youngest brother listens to the podcast. If you do, hi. But he's also a really big like motivator for me to go work out, because he like works out, loves to work out. Like he does like the protein and all that stuff. And he'll be like,
yum. Yum.
He'll be like, I gotta go get my pump in. I gotta go get a pump. And I
love that.
Honestly, like, he is so funny about it. So he's like
also a big bug. Because also I want to be home one time when we're all home, and he's like, gotta go get this pump, Christina. And I'm like, let me go with you. I'll go with you. But what about you?
I think for me, the biggest struggle is like not seeing the results fast enough.
Oh my God, yes.
Especially that we're a group of people that we have to do things right away to get things done.
Yeah.
So like, yes,
I want to see it
struggle with that.
tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. I worked that
Like I did 2 crunches. I want to see the abs right now. Like I need to see them like here.
I ate
present.
salad for lunch today. I need to see the results.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
So I think that's the biggest thing for me to accept that it's not going to happen from one day to the next. Though like, so what I've been trying to do is like, I take like before and after pictures. So I'll do like for the week, like I'll take a picture of like how I look. And then at the end of the week, I'll be like, oh my God, look, it's like happening. It's like working.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like I follow this girl on Instagram, and she's always posting her before and afters, always. And like her change is so drastic, but that didn't happen like in a week or 2 weeks. It took her a long time to get to where she is. So like that helps me a lot. And Norrin helps me a lot too, because Norrin and I go to the gym together. He keeps me in check.
Nice.
And like every time I try to make excuses, because I'm always looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
He'll always, like be like, why? What would you do if you're not going to the gym? Like you're just gonna sit here and like not do anything? Like
Play Sims, duh.
exactly. And then play Sims, exactly. I'd be like, well, I haven't played in a long time. He's like, yeah, but you're just gonna sit there. You're not gonna like,
What do you want me to do? Crunches? Why play Sims?
Tell
Fine.
him. I'm gonna text Norrin when I'm like, oh, Norrin, I'm not gonna work out today. I'm gonna have him say, no, go.
No, yeah.
Shut up, Amanda. Go work out.
The only time that he's just like, stay home, don't work out, is when I genuinely feel like I don't want to work out, because he's like, you're gonna waste a good gym day, so don't work out today. Have a time off. It's okay. I'm just like, no, I'll go to the gym. Fine. I'll go
That's
with you.
funny because Thomas is the opposite. Thomas will be like, look, maybe you go and you don't like do everything that you want to do perfectly. He was like, a bad workout's better than no workout. But Thomas knows, like, for me, if I don't go, like, I'll beat myself up about not going. And so, like, for me, it does end up being that, like, a bad workout is better than no workout.
Yeah.
And I would love to get to a place where I'm like, no workout means I rested and then we're good.
Yeah.
So I aspire to be.
Took me a long time to get here, because I also struggle with the guilt too.
See, yeah, but like going back to what you were saying about like a bad workout is not what he said.
But don't waste a
good workout day.
That is what my mom tells me. She'll be like, if you're not feeling it, that means it's not going to be good for you. And you're just going to feel like you're dragging your workout and you're not happy about wanting to like exercise. Like, and I've experienced those days, and I'm like, this was shit.
It's tough. And then you come home and it's just like, why did I even work out? Like now I could have rested today and like gone tomorrow, and it would have been a great workout. I struggle with that. And then also, like, aside from physical, like just like eating right. Cause yes, I did have those 2 burgers at the baseball game, but it's just like, there goes my progress right out the freaking window. But yesterday, like, we also went out to eat with Norrin's mom. So it was just like, I was also eating out. And then I was just like, why do I even do the things that I do? Why do I take care of myself? Why? Just like, why? What is it worth it? Struggle with that. And then also like sleeping, because as you guys know, like my sleep schedule, non-existent. So that's also another thing that I struggle with as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like hard.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so to kind of round us out a little bit, we talked about the things that we struggle with. We talked about our influences in our physical health and the ways that we are trying to prevent, all of those medical conditions we talked about in the beginning of the episode. But what are the things that you guys can point to and say that you're doing to like better your health?
So like I mentioned with like the not seeing the results the right way, and that Norrin is a really good motivator, because he reminds me that, results are not going to happen right away. And so like it's definitely good to hear all of the time, because now I'm changing my mindset to being like, if I miss a workout day, like my results are not over. You know, I don't have to restart. I can just continue on where I was. That's something that I'm working on and improving on as well. And then also with like my sleep schedule, I'm trying really hard to just like go to sleep on time, wake up on time. But also too, it's like very hard for me to do that because I'm constantly waking up throughout the night and like I'm not fully sleeping. So it's a work in progress. But I'm also trying to remind myself every day that, you know, being healthy is not just, it's not all black and white. There's a lot of gray area. There's a lot of things that you have to continuously do to remain healthy. And it's all dependent on the choices that you make. Yep. So.
How about you, Christina?
I think mindset is a big one for me. Honestly, I think, I don't know if I've mentioned it on the podcast yet, but I have started to like speak more love into myself. I feel like I was continuously coming from a place of like disliking myself or like being very hard on myself. And I feel now like, yeah, I obviously still have negative thoughts about myself, but I'm better now about catching it and then countering it with something that like speaking love into myself, basically, or talking about something that I love about myself. And that's been really helpful on this like health journey, because I do want to be around. I want to see there's so much like I want to do in life. In order to do that, I have to be alive for a while. So in order for me to, and I think that is where my fitness journeys, my health journeys had always gone wrong in the past, where I was coming from a place of self-hatred and telling myself that like, you have to do this because your body is not right. Your body is not good.
Right.
And now that I'm like, no, like your body is fine. And if you want your body to be smaller, if you want it to look different, whatever you want, as long as you do it healthily. Is that a word?
No. Healthily?
I don't know.
It's a word now.
As long as you do it in a healthy manner.
Yes.
As long as you do it in a healthy manner, then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine. And maybe, and I think also I've realized that like, I'm not going to be the weight that high school Christina was. First of all, high school Christina thought she was a cow. And she was like this itty bitty thing. Like, so you're not ever going to be your high school weight again, because I'm not an 18-year-old girl anymore.
Right.
Like I'm an adult woman, unfortunately.
We are growing. We are now in like getting our senora bodies, if that makes sense.
Don't say that.
I mean, sorry. I mean, that's how I feel, and I'm trying
it's happening to me right now, like as we speak.
Yes,
as I'm sitting here, I can just feel it molding. It's pissing me off.
Yes. So it's like having to like adapt to that also like appearance.
Yeah.
You know, and like for me, like that's where I start. Like I know this is like you learn this from like very early as a child and your preteens, especially like hygiene. Like you need to make sure like you're clean and properly groomed. Like that's for me, like that's where it starts to be healthy. Like my appearance, like don't look at my eyebrows right now because I gotta do my eyebrows. But like eyebrows, doing my hair, making sure my teeth are like a good shade of white, skin is clean, and then like no blemish. Like I'm starting to break out. I don't know why I get stressed.
Me too. It's all over the place on my face. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I've been breaking out lately, and anyways, but yeah, like outer. I don't want to say like, inner beauty is better than outer beauty. I don't want to sound vain, but like
we're Latina women, we're a little vain. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't want to sound that way. I hope I'm not coming off as
it's
vain.
It's not vain to take care of yourself.
Or like vanity, but it's just like I want to make sure my appearance, like I look well on the outside, and then I can start, molding and working on myself then physically, mentally, emotionally, like my body, like I said, my body's a whole, and all of our body parts, like all of the things that compose our body together, like that's what keeps us going and functioning.
Yeah, you can't just like work on one piece and then ignore everything else.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it's just like, why even do it?
Yeah. So that's where I start with my my health journey.
I also feel part of the reason that I'm able to keep up with the fitness journey is, you know, I come on here and talk about it every week. If y'all get tired of it, I'm sorry. It's also a way to keep me accountable. Because somebody out there will be like, bruh, you didn't mention the gym this week. And I'm like, because I didn't go. So, yes, take care of yourself, guys. Do what you can. It's getting started. Well, not here, but other places, I'm sure it's starting to be nice outside.
Yeah, and warm.
Go for a run in the park. Go for a walk in the park. I walk in the park. I don't run. I don't run anywhere. I don't run for the train. Don't run for the bus. You know, find that moment if you can. And let us know the ways that y'all take care of your physical health.
Yes.
Again, if you're in another country listening to us, let us know what universal healthcare is like.
Please.
We want to know.
Yes. Oh, my mom's birthday is this week.
Oh.
Yes. Her birthday is Thursday. So she's going to come into the city on Friday. And she'll spend the weekend. Yeah, so I'm excited. Happy birthday, Mommy. I'm excited to see my mom.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah.
Well, here we are at the end of another episode, you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. So, Liana, when can the people find us?
You can catch us every Wednesdays here on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Leave us a glowing review.
And then you can find us on Instagram at Glowing Up Latina. Continue to like our posts and stories. I also kind of want to know what your guys' home remedies are.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's a good one.
I want to know. So leave it on the comments below. And you can always send us, again, feedback emails. We appreciate your love and support through your emails. And you can send that at glowinguplatina@gmail.com.
Until next week, keep glowing, mija.
Bye.